I had TB 3 times. I was 20 years old when I started working in the mine. We would be promised that if we reach a certain amount of meters underground, we would get bonus. So we didn't actually take measures in terms of the safety precaution and measures that were put there by the mine. So we would only rush to get the bonus. That's how I was diagnosed with TB. The symptoms were there. I didn't take care of those symptoms. I thought it's something that is passing. It's flu. It's nothing. I've got maybe a stomach that is not clean. That's why I don't have appetite to eat. There was a bit of a shift within, my co-workers, my colleagues, that, you have been diagnosed with TB many times. That was that resentment from them, saying that, we don't want to be near you. There was a norm in the mine that when you have TB, you are weak. Because mining industry involves a lot of men. So that was one of the discrimination that we would get. One would drink his medication hiding. Pulmonary TB is TB that in most cases we get it from the lungs. The TB that I had was extrapulmonary TB, which is very, very difficult to be diagnosed. Extrapulmonary TB is TB that you get in every part of the body except the lungs. After a period of 7 months being in the hospital, that's when the doctors actually discovered that it was TB meningitis. All along, the doctors thought it was pneumonia. The doctors told me that I'm fortunate that they had to find it in time. The bacteria was going to actually finish my spinal. I was supposed to be in a wheelchair. That was the difficult time because I had to take about 24 pills every morning, and then I will take 12 pills midday. I will take 9 pills at night. My mother used to support me taking my treatment. And then after 18 months, I was healed from TB. That's when I started to say, I must talk about TB. I must share my story. Particularly, especially when we look at the mine workers, ex-mine workers, those are the key populations that are more vulnerable. They are in an area that TB is more exposed. In most cases, when you are diagnosed with TB, people would think that you are HIV positive. And that is one of the struggles. And there are people that were diagnosed with TB, just like me, that are not HIV positive. We all have latent TB, which is not an active TB that makes us sick. So people with HIV, because the immune system might be weaker, therefore the latent TB becomes active to them, which makes them sick. Hence they are vulnerable to TB. HIV positive people are more vulnerable. There is a need for more tests, particularly for TB, screening and testing. Lack of knowledge in our people is one of the biggest barriers that also brings people to not allow themselves to be tested because of the stigma and discrimination surrounded between these two diseases. Having to be diagnosed with TB, it has taught me to not judge people without having knowledge. TB has taught me to actually open up. So TB has taught me to be compassionate with others and also to share with others, because TB is not only for how people classify it, that is for the poorest people, the vulnerable people. TB is all of us. If I could beat TB 3 times, so you can. My name is David Macana. I'm a TB survivor. I use my voice to help end TB.